Hey everyone, this is Matt, and in today's video I'm bringing you another entry of my Adventures of series. This time, Adventures of Eldlich climbing to Diamond 1 from Diamond 5, post ban list where, Imperial Order was banned, 3rd Squadron was removed, and Vanity Emptiness was banned. So, yeah, my last Adventures of series, I, showed you some replays climbing from Plat to Diamond. This one is going to be a little longer, climbing from Diamond 5 to Diamond 1. Not necessarily because my win rate was like much worse or anything. I mean, there's going to be more replays and games I want to show you. But yeah, so it's not because like I lost a lot more. It's mostly because like the games in Diamond 5 are just a bit more interesting. So like climbing from Plat to Diamond, there were just a lot of just straight up instant scoops where it's like, okay, I'm not going to bother saving this replay because it wasn't that interesting. Not that much interesting stuff happened. So that's why there was only like, I think the last video had like 7 or 8 replays, right? So this video will have a lot more, but also because when you get to a certain point, I think it's Diamond 5, you need 5 wins to get to the next level rather than 4 wins. So it does make it a little more of a grind. So anyway, so let's get into the first game here. Let's look at our opponent's deck real quick, see what this is. Okay, so Tri-Brigade, Adventure Tri-Brigade, Zoodiac, whatever. So let's get into this. Alright, so game 1, Eldlich versus Adventure Zoodiac Tri-Brigade. Alright, so I believe we go first. Let me see. Yep, we go first. I'm going to extrav here. Into a second Elixir, which is not that good, but, whatever. So I'm going to set forward pass. Why do I set this second Elixir? Because Lord of the Heavenly Prisons protected my back row. If I did not have Lord in my opening hand, I would have held the second Elixir because it's a hard once per turn, and just in case they have back row removal, right? But I'm okay against back row removal here. So he's gonna normal the Zoodiac. He's gonna go to the board bow. Okay. He's gonna attempt to battle here. I'm gonna summon Eldlich in attack position, very important, and you'll see why in a bit. And I'm gonna debarrier and call Xyz. So because when you call Xyz, not only does it prevent your opponent from summoning that type, so he cannot summon Xyz monster anymore, but also all of his current monsters, Xyz monsters effects are negated. So he can't attack me directly, he can't even make Zeus. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and get the Enchantress going here. Rite of Artemis here. Okay. So Draco back. He's gonna bounce Torrential Tribute, which I'm okay with. Yeah, I don't bother Torrential Tributing on the token because the fact he already used a normal summon, and my guess is he doesn't have any more summons. He's not gonna get his Griffin Rider out anyway. So yeah, he just ends on some back row. Okay. So main phase, I'm gonna do pot here again, and chaining Elixir, so I can grab my Conquistador, and then before my draw 2. Yeah, so my hand is like freaking stacked here. So yeah, I'm just gonna kill this Borbo. So basically, he can't do the Zeus play anymore, not without like actually attacking me directly or attacking defense position. So I'm gonna use Lord. I'm gonna set 5. Okay, at this point here, obviously as the adventure token, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it with Conch. So that was another reason, like I didn't bother torrential because I knew I was gonna follow up with Conch anyway and kill his token. So yeah, there was no threat of the Griffin Rider at that point. So he's gonna grab the Griffin Rider. Okay, cool. So he's going. So I'm actually. So now that he has Griffin Rider in hand and he has a Enchantress in the graveyard, with one Enchantress banished, I'm actually gonna use Quaquero here to get rid of his Enchantress, because that way he can't search Rite of Artemis here, which means he cannot set up a negate with Griffin Rider. So I still have to deal with the Griffin Rider, but now there's no token. So so it's just a body. It's not gonna negate anything. So on summon of this Kit here, I'm just gonna Torrential Tribute. Just because I don't want his so Kit was gonna do Tri-Brigade combo stuff, and I just rather said no, right? So after Torrential resolves, I'm gonna go ahead and use Lord of Heavenly Prison here to set a Trap Trick. The reason I set Trap Trick is because Pot of Extravagance, they're all used up, plus my extra deck has 3 anyway. I don't grab Pot of Duality because I plan to special summon, and Pot of Duality locks you out of special summon, so instead I grab Trap Trick. So he's gonna go Kit into Nerval. Nerval's gonna grab Kit, but he doesn't have he does have Tri-Brigade Revolt, So this was unexpected. Okay. So he actually hard drew Revolt. So he's going to go ahead and make Ominous Omen here. And Ominous Omen is going to banish. Well, so before it banishes, I'm actually going to use Ice Dragons to banish Ominous Omen because I don't want him having a 3k beater, right? So he has two options. Either he banishes my back row, and I take out his Shurig, and I have a 3k beater and he does not, or he banishes my 3k beater, leaves my back row, and then, you know, loses Shurig. So, yep, so I'm going to go ahead and banish these two because they're winged beasts. So he takes out Trap Trick, which is fine. So I'm going to grab my second Eldlich from the deck. So all I have to do now... So I could have gone into a second Eldlich and just swung for game. However, I don't know what his set card is. If it's Called by the Grave, I'm just going to waste a card, right? So I'd rather play it safe, set Ice Dragons here, grab Huaquero, and then just... Because I know he has Kit in hand, right? Yeah, so I could have OTK'd, but I don't know what his set card is. If this set card was like a Call by the Grave and he took out my Eldlich, that would suck, right? So I'm just gonna on Kit summon, I'm just gonna Ice Dragons here, take his other Kit, and then just banish both of them. There goes both his normal summons, and now he's left with 1, 2, 3 beasts in his graveyard, so he can't even make Ominous Omen anymore. He has to make like, I don't know, Silver Shell or go the Farragut path. Anyway, yeah, I probably could have OTK'd, but I just wanted to play it safer. Because you know, the game was kind of in the bag. So yeah, that was game 1. Game 2. Let's look at our opponent's deck here. Oh, it's another Eldlich deck. Okay. Strictly shittier one. He's running Ash, which is wrong. Golden Land Forever sucks. Elixir Black Awakening sucks. Curse Eldland bad. Psalms are fine. 3 Gozen. No rivalries. He chose to run Tikaboo over rivalry. That's kind of weird. Imperm. Do not run Imperm and Eldlich. It sucks. And what the hell is this? Unending Nightmare? Why? Like, the only application this card has is it can stop the Fateful Adventure. That's it. What the fuck else are you using this card for? Right? Like, think about it. What is this? Like, what? This is so bizarre to me. I don't know why what the fuck this guy's running. Oh, wait. Is it so he can unfloodgate himself? Like, remove his own Tikaboo? If so, that's, like, really bad. Alright, let's get into this deck. Yeah, this is actually the second Eldlich player that I've ran into that was running Unending Nightmare. And it just makes me wonder, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is making videos on YouTube telling people to run Unending Nightmare in Master Duel on Eldlich? Because that is just straight up wrong. Like, just straight up wrong, okay? So, opening hand, pretty decent. Duality here, I don't know who I'm up against. So, obviously, I'm going to grab the Skull Drain. I don't know, this is an Eldlich Mirror. And I'm going to go ahead and set 5. So let's see what he has. So Eldlich is going to take out D-Bear. I'm going to chain call Fusions. The reason I'm calling Fusions is because I've seen too many like really dumb Eldlich players running Fusion Destiny, right? So I just don't want him to make DP. So I'm just going to preemptively call Fusions. Okay? So he's going to set a thing. Okay? Okay, so here comes the Eldlich. Cool. I'm going to block this with Huaquero. I just want it in the graveyard, right? Huaquero is going to grab another Elixir, okay. Alright, top deck Lord of the Heavenly Prison. I'm going to activate that, and then I'm going to bring out my Elixir. Alright, so battle phase. He's going to attempt to swing. I'm going to punishment here. Take this out. And then Eltis is going to pop another card. He's going to chain Elixir, and I'm going to chain Lord of the Heavenly Prison, right? And he's going to chain Unending Nightmare. What the fuck is this card for? Like, it literally does nothing. I guess the only application I can think is, like, in an Eldlich Mirror match, you can pop the enemy's Huaquero or whatever by paying 1,000. But this is a stupid fucking card. It's actually retarded. Whatever. I'm going to grab Pot. So he's going to summon Eldlich, and then this is just going to pop. Like, okay, cool. Okay. So, end phase, I'm just going to grab my Eldlich, right? I don't know what his 3 cards are in hand. Let me guess. Like, okay. Maxi, probably. Oh, Ash Blossom. Okay. Yeah, does nothing. Ash is a worthless card in Eldlich. Like, actually worthless. Okay, main phase 2, I'm going to grab Waquero because of course I am, right? Set Solemn Strike. And he just scoops because he knows, like, he's screwed, right? He's never going to revive Eldlich, like... So, yeah. I don't know where these... But again, this is not the only Eldlich player I've seen running Unending Nightmare, but I've seen multiple, right, doing this. It sucks. The only thing it stops is Fateful Adventure. That's it. Like, at that point, you might as well just run Ghost Ogre if all you care about is stopping Fateful Adventure. Like, I legitimately don't understand why people are running Unending Nightmare. But alas, that's like the second time I've seen it. All right, next duel, game 3. Pendulum, good pendulum stuff or whatever. This might actually be the deck that I posted my short, where I Witches Strike the dude, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it might be this deck. So you might have already seen this replay, but here's a slightly slower version of the same replay. All right. Yeah, this is the same. This is the same. So Extrav is going to draw me Lord. Yep. This is the exact same duel. Okay, so you already know what's going to happen here. He's going to do a bunch of pendulum stuff. I think I thought maybe he would go into Endymion or Barone, but no, he's going into Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. So you've seen this already. So I'll try to speed through this. So pops a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so once I saw that he attempted to fusion summon, I'm like, okay, he's going to make Vortex Dragon. So you just got to be, like, a lot of this time you just got to be familiar with these decks and just know what they're going to bring out. Yeah, against a back row deck, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon makes a lot of sense, right? Because it's literally a spell trap negate. So on summon here, so he's gonna get a thing. I'm just gonna punishment his vortex to force the negate. If he does negate, he gets screwed, right? So here comes a negate. So that shuffles back in the deck. That negates, and then I Witch Strike, and it's GG. Pop, 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 pop. And then I'm gonna summon Lord, and yeah, this game was completely over. So okay, y'all already saw this one, so. Not that interesting. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Game 4. What is this? Numerons. Oh, baby. Everyone's favorite deck, Numerons. Numerons are always hilarious to play against because, as Eldlich, you have so many answers against Numeron decks. It's just hilarious. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, I set 3. He's going to Lightning Storm. And I'm going to go Trap Trick into Elixir. So, unfortunately, I cannot Trap Trick into D-Barrier and call Xyz because that would require me to start a new chain. But after this chain, D-Barrier would be destroyed. So, I'm just going to have him pop this Elixir here. So, he does have Terraforming, goes into Numeron Network. So, the thing is, Numeron, without monsters on my field, he cannot OTK me. So, he's going to go ahead and summon the 4 gates. Swing for 4k, right? Okay. And then main phase 2, he's going to make the big gate, which is this guy. So for those of you who don't know, this card can summon on top of one of his number 1 gate. It says, when it's summoned, banish all monsters on the field. During this next standby phase after this card was banished, special summon this banished card. Then if Numeron Network is in your field zone, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined attack of all banished Xyz monsters. So basically, this is another way he can OTK me. So he's going to banish everything. So this would allow him to do 4k damage to me. So end phase, I'm going to grab, since 2 of my Eldlich traps were destroyed, I'm basically recycling. So recall, I set 3 cards, he Lightning Stormed me, and now I have two more sets. So he net traded 1 for 1, essentially, right? So don't be afraid of getting hit with Lightning Storm. Sometimes it happens, but it's not necessarily unrecoverable, as you just saw here, right? 1 Lightning Storm took out 1 of my cards, right? I started the turn with 3 cards. I ended with 2 cards. He started with a Lightning Storm in hand, and he ended without. So traded 1 for 1 on his Lightning Storm. So I draw Solemn Strike. So to stop the OTK, I have to use Eldlich here to take out the Numeron Network. And then basically I'm going to summon 2 Eldliches, right? 35 and 25. So here's the deal, and why this is pretty much GG for Numeron. So he's at 2k life points. Let's say he does have another Numeron Network, right? he summons 4 gates at 1,000 attack. He has to swing into one of my monsters, right? So if he swings into my 2,500 Eldlich, which would be the smarter choice, he takes 1,500 damage, and then he's down to 500 life points. His Numeron gates double in attack. They go to 2,000 attack. He swings again in 2,500. He takes 500 life points and dies. So basically, by getting him down to 2,000 attack with Eldlich, he can't really OTK me anymore unless he summons Gamma Seal. That Gamma Seal with Numeron Network would be his only out, because Gamma Seal will only do 1,200 plus 200, so he would be able to OTK me there. But because of this card, this card was returned, right? He actually can't even Numeron Network anyway. So yeah, again, he's just like completely out of luck. There's just nothing else he can do. So I got Lightning Storm successfully, and it didn't matter. I still won because Numeron decks are just so predictable and like one-dimensional. It's like just stop the one thing, and then they have nothing else, right? All right, so let's see the next deck here. Game 5. Swordsoul. Just Swordsoul Tenyi. Yeah, pure Swordsoul. No Halq. Wait, was that the right one? Yeah, I just played this Numeron. Yep. No Halq, just pure Swordsoul Tenyi. So let's see what happens here. Spoilers, Swordsoul Tenyi is strictly worse than like Tenyi, Synchro, Halq, or whatever that deck is called, right? The Yang Zing 9 pillars. Alright, so let's see what we have. So I have a really good opening hand. I go second though, like whatever. So this is gonna be funny. You'll see why in a second. Alright. So he's playing around Nibiru. He makes Baron as his 5th summon. Brain Speed to 12. Okay. Makes Shishao. Shishao will grab him the Blackout. Right. Okay. And then he has a set Blackout and one other card, which is probably Imperm or Called By. Alright, cool. So I draw Lord of Heavenly Prison, which is the best card to draw. And you'll see why. I'm going to Pot of Extrav. And he's going to actually blow his Baron Negate. So his once per face up on the field Baron Negate, so effectively once per duel, right? He's going to burn it on Pot of Extrav, which is hilarious to me, right? It's like, okay, so that means you're going to go into your turn with no negates. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I use Lord. He can't negate Lord anymore, and I set 4, right? And now, because Lord protects back row, Blackout cannot pop me. So I'm going to, on draw phase, flip Gozen Match to make him clear his board. So he has to flip Blackout here to pop Gozen Match. So Blackout allows him to pop 2 of my cards, but because of Lord, only Gozen Match will get popped. Okay, so now all I have to do is deal with a Baron that has no interruptions, right? Shishao is gone, Blackout is gone, and I just need to do Baron no interruptions. Easy peasy. So he's going to summon Ecclesia here. Ecclesia is going to bring out the Taya. So here's the thing. Yes, I have Skill Drain. I can stop Taya's effect. However, when Taya's effect activates, it banishes for cost. So he's going to banish Blackout from his graveyard for cost, right? To spawn a token. Skill Drain will stop that first token, but because if Blackout gets banished, he can spawn a second token. So he'll get a token no matter what if I allow Taya to activate its effect. So I decide, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take out this Taya before it uses its effect. I'm going to send Entis. Entis is going to pop the Baron. However, he does have Call by the Grave. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Battle phase, I'm just going to flip Skill Drain here. And then I'm going to summon my 3k beater, which is Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And I'm going to set Pot of Extravagance. And he has nothing left, right? Like, I still have Elixir. I can still summon Eldlich. And then I have a draw 2 against a Baron with no negates that can't pop anything. Like, Skill Drain, like, the game is over, right? It's completely over. So, yeah, pure Swordsoul Tenyi, not a good deck. It's just super consistent, but, you know. Alright, next player's deck. Let's see. Virtual World with no VFD. Lol. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So this is Game 6, Eldlich versus Virtual World. When the world is virtual, what do? I remember this duel being very, like, weirdly back and forth, I think. I forget exactly what happens, but... Alright. Oh, wait, no. It's not weirdly back and forth because I draw Witch's Strike. Okay, so... He's going to do his thing, okay? Chuche, yep. Qinglong. So he's slightly bricked in the sense of... usually when they open with GG... I don't know, it's slightly like a suboptimal. Slightly, just ever so slightly. He still gets to, like, mostly combo off. But, like, this is kind of an unideal board state. So he's gonna make Vermilion Mech here, because yeah. So he wants access to his Lao Lao. So he has to do this thing where like he mills Lao Lao and then Vermilion Mech pops itself, and then it returns Lao Lao to his hand. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but you know it works. Whatever. So he's Lulu or Nian Nian. Summon the thing. Okay. So he's gonna make. What the hell is this card? XX Saber Gotems. You contribute one thing to discard one random card from your opponent's hand. Okay. So he's gonna force me to discard Lord. Like, okay, I don't care. So he's gonna use that to summon a thing. Okay. And then he's gonna make start just Charge Warrior, which will draw him a card. And then he's gonna make Beatrice. Okay. You're gonna love where this is going. Oh look, Water Enchantress of the Temple. So all of this, all of these fucking mental gymnastics, jumping through hoops, just to set up a Griffin negate with a Chuche. That's it. All that just for like, I don't know. This is just funny to me. Like all those fucking, you know, jumping through hoops just to get out a token, an adventure token with a Griffin Rider. That's it. Which is perfect because I'm playing Witch's Strike. So this is exactly what I want to see. Okay. So, alright, end phase. So he's gonna return the thing. Okay. Alright, all I gotta do is just bait the negate, and I have a trap trick. So I'm gonna set 5, even though I don't even need to set the second Witch's Strike, right? So here's what's gonna happen. I mean, you can kind of predict where this is gonna go, right? So he does have Chuche, so he can pop a face-up card of mine. So draw face, Rivalry. I want the Griffin to negate, but obviously he's gonna prefer to use Chuche. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I baited the first interruption, so he's going to shuffle all that back. Okay, cool. I'm going to Trap Trick into Dogmatic Punishment. Dogmatic Punishment will directly threaten his Griffin Rider, right? So he has to negate it. Trap Trick locks me into activating one's trap, right? However, because Griffin Rider will negate this trap, I can activate another trap. So he negates the punishment, and guess what? I have Witch's Strike for him. He's going to mill, he's going to use Beatrice to mill, I guess, Shanwu or whatever. Okay, cool. But he's still going to lose, like, everything, so. And I still have a Solemn Strike as backup. So, yeah. No more Adventure Package. I drop top deck Torrential Tribute. Always good. Always great to see. Okay. So, end phase, he does nothing. Yeah, there's no point in using Shanwu right now. So, Duality. Let's see what I can get. Ooh, Lord, D-Barrier, and Trap Trick. Always love to see. I'm going to get Lord because I want a monster, a body, plus a, back row protection plus, you know, Searcher for spell trap. So he finally drew a card to let him combo. So he manages Chinglong, he gets a Lulu, right? So E-Telly into Nian Nian. Lulu's gonna summon this, okay? All right, and then he's gonna summon Nian Nian, and I'm just gonna Torrential here. So no Synchro summons for you. I'm just gonna clear your board, and he'll have like no plays left. So, and then I'm just gonna, I mean. I guess he's going to recycle a thing, but it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to Lord here. And he's going to scoop. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure that was the best time to Torrential. Like, maybe he would have gone immediately to a Shen Shen, and then I could, like, Solemn Strike the Shen Shen, and then... So, there's also that, but I prefer to save Solemn Strike, right? So, yeah. Virtual World, kind of funny. I mean, I don't know if he played that way because he was sort of bricked, maybe. I've definitely seen better boards, but whatever. Alright, next duel. So hold on. So this is the Virtual World, the one I just saw. Okay. So the next duel is against another Numeron player. You love to see it. Numeron players are always amusing to play against. Because just like there's so many ways to troll them, right? I think regardless of how the coin toss goes, I'm going first here. So it doesn't really matter who won the coin toss. I'm going first. Right? Like Numeron players want to go second. Alright. Pretty solid opening hand. So, Duality is going to grab me Gozen. I don't know, because I don't know who I'm up against. Lord, I'm set 3. So he can't clear my back row. So he's going to summon Planet Pathfinder, right? And grab Numeron Network. And then Numeron Network. He's going to mill the thing. And he's going to summon the 4 gates. So I could have deburied, but I actually prefer to Torrential because I want to summon my Lord. save D-Barrier for a future turn, because D-Barrier is really powerful, because even if he like Harpie's Feather Dusters my D-Barrier, I can just chain D-Barrier, call Xyz, right? And then he can't summon that turn. So, alright, so that's done. End phase, I'm going to Gozen into Lord. I waited till end phase to do this. So this is going to grab me Extravagance. So let's see if he has an Ash Blossom for me. Okay, so... oh, actually, no Ash Blossom. So I'm just going to attack here. Nice to see, drawing another Lord. So I'm just going to use Lord to protect my back row once again and set another Gozen match. This second Gozen match is just so that I can trigger Lord again. So he's going to Raigeki. Man, I love when players trade 1-for-1. Like, I'm going to play my 1 copy of Raigeki to kill your 1 copy of Lord. It's like, bruh, why even bother playing Raigeki? So end phase, I'm going to go ahead and summon Lord. I'm going to get Power Duality. I have another Extrav, right? I'm basically like just getting everything I want. So I'm going to Extrav here. Do you have Ash? Let's see if he draws the Ash. Nope. And then I'm just going to attack here. So he's down to 2k, which means it's really bad because that means he cannot OTK me unless he has Gamma Seal, right? I'm going to Duality because I can. Dude, this game is so over. Like, yeah, Punishment is another card that can stop the Numerons, right? Because you take out 2 of them and then they can't get to 4k or 8k attack. So, yeah, I take Punishment. I'm going to set Skill Drain. Skill Drain, like, dude, all these cards stop the Numeron network, right? Skill Drain stops their Numeron, the gates from activating. Torrential Tribute clears their board. Like, Barrier prevents XCs, right? Punishment takes out. It's just there's just nothing they can do, right? So he actually has Twin Twisters and he's gonna pop my 2 cards. But again, I still have a D barrier, so it doesn't fucking matter. So he's gonna do Forbidden Droplet for whatever fucking reason. Oh, actually no, it will be an obvious reason. He wants to get this. He wants to clear his field so he can. So you can only Lightning Storm if you don't have face-up cards. So yeah, well, as long as Numeron Network is on the field, Lightning Storm is active, right? So he's gonna attempt to Lightning Storm me. Destroy all spell traps I control. Okay, I'm gonna flip D-Barrier, call Xyz. So that's the end of your turn, right? So now all I have to do is just swing for game, right? So Eldlich is gonna send Punishment, take this card out, and then I'm just gonna swing for 3k. GG. Like, yeah, it's just really funny. Like again, there's so many ways to stop the Numeron OTK, as you've seen, like through this video and through other videos. Like it is funny because you know Numeron players are like, you know, I don't know, they're just a certain type of character. All right, so we have a Dino deck. Ooh, Dinos. I haven't seen Dinos in a while, so this should be fun. You're gonna find this hilarious, like this duel hilarious. I do go second, and the reason it's hilarious is because I hit him with a trap card that normally should not affect Dinos, but it does, as you'll see why. So yeah, I have a pretty solid opening hand. So he's gonna do his thing. Lost World, Scrap Raptor, summon a token, pop, summon a thing, summon another thing, make the Wyvern, summon Raptor, pop Raptor. Yep, the usual scrap lineup. Come over here, pop the egg, search, pops the baby. Oviraptor searches Misk, right? Yada yada. Okay, this is gonna summon Animadorn. Okay, Double Evolution Pail. Okay, that's gonna summon out. So he gets the thing. He makes Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, a card that literally does nothing to me, right? So he's gonna summon this Nemesis Keystone, recycle his Misk. Naturia Beast. Ooh, this monster negates spell cards by milling 2 cards, not once per turn. So he has 2 monster negates, 1 infinite spell negates. And then he's going to use Double Evolution Pill to grab the Ultimate Conductor, which is a Book of Eclipse, right? And then he's going to make Evolzar Laggia, which is a spell trap negate, which is exactly what I needed for my plan to play out, right? If he made the other one, Laggia, or not Laggia, Dolka instead, my turn would not be as powerful, and you'll see why. So, funny enough. So I'm going to draw. I'm not going to bother using Lord because he's just going to negate with Appaloosa. So I'm going to set... I'm also not going to bother with the Power Duality because he's going to negate with Natural Abyss. So I'm going to set 4. So here's the thing. I'm going to go to end phase and then draw phase. He's going to draw a card. I'm going to immediately Rivalry Warlords. Guess what, folks? We have a beast, we have a fairy, we have a dragon, and we have a dinosaur. So even though most of his deck is dinos, Rivalry actually hits the end board super hard, right? Like Normally, Gozen match is the best way, is the best floodgate against Dinos or Tikaboo, right? Like, or in this, well, not for their end board, but for like building a board. But Rivalry, like, hilariously very good against their end board because of how many different types. So, this is a trap card. Appaloosa and Beast can't do anything about it. He has to negate with Laggia, or his field is done. So he's gonna negate with Laggia. Okay, guess what? That negates the activation. So I'm gonna go ahead and Witch's Strike and blow up his board. To be fair, because he has Misk, he does have follow-up, so the turn is not over. So he's going to go ahead and use Misk to summon out the Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to insert, and Giant Rex are going to come out. So he's going to summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I'm going to allow him to summon it. Alright. Trap Trick time. Let's go into Punishment. And Punishment will go ahead and take out Oviraptor and take out the Conductor Tyranno. Bam. So both his Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos are dead. Appaloosa is dead. Most of his boss monsters are dead. The only thing I can think he maybe has left in his extra deck is like maybe a Borload Savage Dragon, but it doesn't matter. Like, this game is completely over, right? Okay, he swings at me for 26 or whatever. Guess what? I have Duality. I have Lord of Heavenly Prison. I have so much follow-up. Like, whereas he has like no follow-up. So, yep, easy peasy. Yeah, Witch's Strike, hilarious to use against Dinos. Doesn't, you know, Dinos do set up negates either through Laggia, Appaloosa's a negate, Doka's a negate, Borload Savage Dragon's a negate. So they have a decent number of negates that they can set up, right? All right, so let's see next game. I think this is game 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, game 9. Let's see their deck. They are a Adventure Phantom Knights. Okay. So pretty standard. As in not very good, right? So let's see what happens. I think I go first, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out. Oh no, I go second. Yep, I remember now. I do go second. So he's gonna go ahead and full combo. Kagamusha Knights, Cherubini. Cherubini's going to mill the thing. Enchantress. Enchantress is going to full adventure package here. Rite of Artemisia, okay. So, Fateful Adventure, cool. Griffin Rider, yep. So far, all pretty standard. He's going to summon the Griffin Rider. Okay. The Shade Brigade or whatever it's called. He's going to make Rusty Bardiche. Okay. Rusty's going to mill gloves, grab the Fog Blade, and then end phase. Okay. So he has a Fog Blade and a Griffin Rider. So that's all he has. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tribute his field for fucking Sphere Mode. Man, this card is so satisfying going second. It does nothing going first, but when you get it going second, it's so satisfying. It hits like every deck, too. Like, except maybe like Sky Strikers because they don't summon 3 monsters. But whatever. Sky Striker sucks. Yeah, most of the time you're gonna tribute their field. So no more adventure package. That's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set 4. And guess what? I have Rivalry of Warlords and Gozen match, and he has a single monster that happens to be a Divine Beast and a Divine, right? So this is gonna be hilarious. So main phase, he's gonna attempt to banish gloves, so this will send a Phantom Knights card to his deck to his graveyard, okay? I guess he just scoops for some reason. Not sure why he scoops, but I was going to wait until he attempted to special summon a Phantom Knights from his graveyard, probably Torn Scales, and then I was going to chain Gozen match. I don't know, like, I like, there was no scenario where he won this game, right? I had another Sphere Mode in hand, right? I guess the best play he has left is like probably Anaconda or Zeus or into DP or a Zeus play. Either way, he's not winning this game because I literally have all the answers for him. So, yeah, so, very funny. Always satisfying to win via Sphere Mode. Like he could have ended his board with DP, like if he had more extenders or whatever. But again, I would have just tributed away, so it doesn't matter. All right, game number 10. Let's see what this person's deck is. So he has a Adventure Prank Kids with DPE. Ooh, okay. And he's actually running, so that Celestial Godman, he's running Dark Angel, which honestly I did not expect. I mean, I honestly I'm not seeing very much DP packages anymore, but yeah, so this was actually the first time I saw a DP package since the ban list. Like someone actually, you know, non-hero player, of course. Hero players are still playing Malicious and Denier, but yeah, so I didn't actually know Dark Angel was what people were doing now. But anyway, so yeah, so I do go second here. So he's going to do his full prank hits combo. Okay, Meow Moo, yep. Burn the thing, summon the thing. Doodle do, okay. So prank hits pranks, okay. Doodle do. Okay, pranks comes back. Alright, so he recycles a bunch of stuff, okay. Very standard prank hit stuff, nothing to see here. Unfortunately, you know, I don't see an adventure package, so Witch's Strike probably not going to do anything yet. So he goes into Anaconda, and Anaconda's going to go, oh, and then he's going to, oh yeah, he also goes into Colossus. Yeah, he's also running Colossus package, and now Anaconda's going to make DPE. So he's going to recycle some cards, okay. So here's the thing, folks. I don't have Lord of Heaven Prison, so his DP will pop one of my cards. But guess what? I have double Waquero, right? So what I do is I set the Waquero in the middle column. So middle column is like the default. Oh, I don't know what to pop. I'm going to pop the middle card. So when he pops Waquero, it's going to immediately grab me an Elixir. So yeah, I'm going to set. Thanks to the D-Barrier, his DP will never come back ever again. So end phase, he's going to pop it's himself and Waquero. Waquero's just going to grab Elixir. Okay, cool. Cool stuff. So Dasher is going to summon Maxi. I don't know why he did this in draw phase. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm just going to Rivalry and force you to keep one of your monsters. So he doesn't have a Warrior on his field, which means DP will not come back thanks to Rivalry, right? So he's going to keep his Colossus because it's his best monster and it's the Thunder, and some of his prank hits are Thunders, right? So he's going to use Dark Angel to put Harpie's Feather Duster on top of his deck. Okay, so Dark Angel, for those of you who don't know, he banishes another Destiny hero. And he puts, both players put a normal spell on top of the deck. So he put Harpie Feather Duster. I actually put Pot of Extravagance, right? So DP fizzles. So he's going to attempt to do this. I'm going to use Elixir. He's going to Maxi. Alright, here's the deal, folks. If Maxi goes through, he's going to draw one card. And the card he's going to draw will be Harpie's Feather Duster. Therefore, I cannot let his Maxi go through. I have to Solemn Strike him. Normally, I would not Solemn Strike. I would never, ever Solemn Strike him Maxi, but I'm aware of the game state. He has a Harpie's Feather Duster on the top of his deck. I cannot allow him to draw it. So no draw for you. He's going to set a card and then recycle some cards. By the way, because he's using this, he's shuffling his deck, so he will not draw Harpie's Feather Duster necessarily. Or rather, Harpie's got shuffled back in, right? Because I use Elixir, my pot also got shuffled back in. So I'm going to go ahead and attack here. Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab Conquistador. And I'm going to set Gozen, which honestly kind of greedy. I did not need to set Gozen because Rivalry already locks out his prank hit stuff, right? So he's going to... So even though he shuffled his fucking deck and Harpies was no longer on top of the deck, he still top decked it. Alright, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and Conk to pop his Colossus. However, Colossus has an effect that says... what does it say? If this card would be destroyed by battle or craft, I banish a Thunder monster from your graveyard instead. So he can keep it alive. However, I'm going to also chain D-Barrier and call Fusions. So not only is he not going to be able to play Pandemonium, right? So Fusion summoning will be off the table for him. But also, this will negate Colossus' effect. So Conk will pop Colossus, right? Alright, so he just has to deal with the lone Eldlich. Unfortunately, he has no plays. So I'm going to draw Extrav. Extrav going to draw me 2 cards. And oh, look what we have here. We drew Gozen match, baby. Swing for 25. Set 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and grab Elixir. So yeah, he Harpies me, and guess what? I still have follow-up. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. End phase. I summon another Eldlich. He's going to Ash it, but I don't care, because Ash is a worthless card, and I have another Elixir, so let's swing into this. Token Collector, okay, does nothing. So I'm going to set 2. So he's going to normal his Fancies, and I'm going to immediately Gozen match. So he cannot make his Meow because it is an Earth. So he uses his Scoops. Yeah, game's over. 100% Ogre. Nothing can do about it. Yeah. Adventure Prank Kids, still a pretty good deck despite Miyamu going to 1. Arguably, you know, the best deck in the format. Some might say, right? But still loses to Eldlich. Yeah, I guess I like didn't really expect that he would use Destiny Hero Dark Angel to put Harpie's Feather on top of his decks. That's kind of interesting. Although it makes me wonder if I was not a back row deck, what would he have put on top of his deck instead? Like drop can't be a drop. It has to be a normal spell, right? Does he have a Raigeki maybe? I guess Raigeki. If he has like a 1-of Raigeki, he can search it off of Dark Angel. Whatever. Anyway, yep, that was game 10. Yeah, more games coming. Let's go on to the next batch of games. Alright, so this duel right here is against a Floowandereeze player. This has a very explosive end, the end of this duel right here. It's very interesting. So I do win the coin flip. I do open a pretty standalone, like, cracked hand, right? Double pots, and then some good traps, right? So this is why we like to run 2 pot of Extrav, 2 pot duality, because we want to see them in our opening hand together if possible. If we run 3 extravagance, we're more likely to see double Extrav in hand, which does nothing, right? So pretty good opening hand, so I'm going to go ahead and Extrav. He has, of course, an Ash. Okay, so he's going to Ash that, like, whatever. So he traded 1 for 1. Alright, so I'm going to duality here, and I'm going to reveal a trap trick, so I'm going to draw in the trap trick, and then set 4 and pass, right? So pretty good hand here. With trap trick, I have the option of going into a Witch's Strike. I don't know what deck he has. I'm going second, or I went first, right? Yeah, he just summons Barrier Statue, sets, and then swings for 1,000. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So the main phase 2. So I assume this is just a Flu deck, right? I'm going to trap trick into Punishment, and I'm going to go ahead and take out that Barrier Statue, so I never have to deal with it ever again. And then this is also going to take out one of his cards in perm. Okay, cool. So I guess he's sort of bricked. So I draw Extrav, and I'm going to go ahead and play my second Extrav. And will there be an Ash? No Ash this time. So I set Solemn Strike, which is not that good against Flu, but it can come up sometimes. So he's going to duality. Let's see. 2 pots and a call by. He's going to go into his Prosperity, okay? Prosperity is going to manage 6. So he already revealed the Robina, so we all know he's going to go for the Robina, right? So he does go for the Robina. He does have map in his hand, so he already had that, but I guess he didn't have a little bird. So yeah, map into Robina. This is full combo for him. He's going to just pop off. But I have Gozen match. So yeah, people saying, oh, why not run There Can Be Only One? It wrecks Floowandereeze. It does. However, Gozen match is just better overall against most decks. And also, Gozen match, even though it doesn't completely shut down Floowandereeze like There Can Be Only One, like, it's really good. Like, look at this. He's going to be locked into Water Monster, so he will not be able to full combo. So he's going to grab Eaglin and then search Stree. And then Stree's just going to summon because he has no other option. And he's just going to banish Intis. It's like, okay, cool. So he can't even get into M-Pen or anything else. So he's just stuck on Water Monsters. At this point, I just have to draw a monster, like an Eldlich engine piece if possible. So I don't draw it. I'm going to hold this Solemn Strike because I don't want my back row to be filled, right? So I want to be able to draw a card that I can actually play. So I'm going to draw. I finally get my Elixir. I'm going to set that and then go to his turn. So he's going to go into battle phase, attempt to swing. I'm going to Elixir. Of course he has an Ash. Second Ash, by the way. And I'm just going to Solemn Strike that because I needed this to go through. So, yep. He's still locked into Water Monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and use Eldlich to attack his Stree. The reason I attack Stree is because it's a less useful monster. And I'd rather him sit on his Robina, right? Robina is like just more useful. So I'm going to go ahead and set Conquistador. And then I'm going to set Solemn Strike and then activate Lord in hand. So Conquistador can pop use of map, right? So he's going to tribute summon Robina for some mystery monster. We all know this is the D-Shifter, right? D-Shifter can be summoned using 1 tribute. So yeah, he's going to tribute set. I'm going to attempt to pop this map, but he has Book of Moon from Eldlich. I'm like, okay, fine. So cannot pop the map. So he is going to get his Eagle in here, okay? And then grab Stree back. For some reason, I don't know why he recycles all his little birds. Like, this dude must not understand how chain blocking works. Like, you only need a chain block with 1 of them, dude. I don't know why you're recycling all of them. It just seems so random. So he actually goes to the Apex Avion for some reason. It's like, pretty sure Eaglin is much better, but whatever. Yeah, there's Apex Avion. Okay, cool. So he's going to attempt to he's just going to swing into my Conquistador. So Apex Avion cannot swing over Eldlich, so he's kind of stuck here, right? So I'm going to use Lord. I'm gonna, and since I have Solemn Strike, Apex Avion's effect is like, doesn't matter, right? So I'm gonna grab Elixir. I'm holding Torrential because I want to bring out another Eldlich. So he's gonna map into Eaglin. Eaglin's gonna send the Unexplored Winds here, which is a card that I don't want him to have access to. So I have to do everything in my power to stop him from getting that card on the field, right? So he's gonna summon Token, and Token's gonna grab his card. However, because he wasted all his chain blocks like an idiot, I'm just gonna Solemn Strike this, and he's not gonna get his card. So I'm gonna act. So because Eldlich is set, I can use Lord to summon a 3K beater. Obviously, if I summon 3K beater, it'll swing over his Apex Avion. So he's gonna attempt to negate my Lord, but I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna Solemn Strike you. So one big bird done, right? And then I'm still gonna get my Lord out. I have a 3K beater, and then I'm gonna set Pod Duality because both my Extravs are used, and I mean I have 2 of my extra decks. So even if I have a third Extrav, there's no, like, which I don't, because this is why you don't run it. This is gonna be worthless. So searching Pod Duality. So yeah, he is out of normal summons. I'm gonna go ahead and Lord into attack, swing into Eaglin. Main 2. Let's get some duality up in here. Trap Trick, always good. Double Witch's Strike. So there's no reason to grab Witch's Strike when you can just grab Trap Trick, right? So I'm just gonna grab Trap Trick. So I'm gonna set Trap Trick. I'm gonna set Torrential and pass, right? So let's see what he's gonna do. So he's going to use Map to summon Robina, which is a water monster, remember? Okay, and then he's going to recycle Tokan and Eaglin. So again, he's doing this double chain block thing, which is completely unnecessary, but whatever. And then he's going to summon search another Robina. Okay, cool. Shree is going to banish Pod Duality, which doesn't matter. And then, so he ends his map, and now he uses regular normal summon set to tribute these two for a mystery monster. This is obviously either M-Pen or Ryza. I doubt he has a second Apex Avion. But also, M-Pen in defense mode is like really bad. I can run over him. But then he has a set freaking Dreaming Town, so he's gonna start a third chain of normal summons. Okay? Which is like the only saving grace he has, right? So he's finally gonna get his Unexplored Winds. But again, he's out of normal summons this turn, which means whatever he gets from Unexplored Winds won't matter because, like, well, he can't use it this turn, like, to tribute any of my cards, right? So he actually does have Ryza in hand. So the card that was face down was M-Pen. Ooh, he also pulled the super rare shiny M-Pen. But yeah, so that's, yeah, so he brings out Ryza, and then he uses Ryza to bounce Lord to top of my deck, put Apex Avion on top of that, and put Eldlich in my hand. But I'm just going to say no to that, and I'm going to turn to Tribute to blow up the field, right? Because I want to get his monster off. So 2 of his boss birds are done, right? And because of Gozen match, he can never summon Shree and Token in the same turn, pretty much. So he is gonna, he does put Apex Avion on top of his deck, and then he's gonna go ahead and use the Unexplored Winds, and this is gonna, and then before he draws, I'm gonna Elixir just in case he draws into his third Ash, because knowing how lucky this motherfucker is, if I let him top deck too, he might draw into an Ash. So I'm just going to Elixir now to get my Eldlich out of the deck. Also, this shuffles my deck, so whatever card he put on top of my deck from Ryza doesn't matter. But yeah, he's completely out of normal summons. So all he can do now is hope that I don't kill him on my turn. So I make a small mistake here. I could have OTK'd him. So I'm going to Lord here. And then I'm going to use set card, grab Huaquero. And then I'm going to go ahead and Eldlich revive into 3500, which is enough attack, right? However, here's the mistake I made. So I go to battle phase, I swing, he Book of Moons my new Eldlich, right? So because of Gozen match, I'm locked in the light monsters, so I guess there's 2 mistakes, right? So I used Lord of Heavenly Prison's effect a little prematurely. Like, what I should have done was I should have held Lord in hand, used Eldlich to remove my own Gozen match, right? Because again, my goal here is OTK. I don't know why I didn't. And then once Gozen matches off the field, if he books Book of Moons my Eldlich, I can then summon Lord from my hand in the battle phase and still swing for game. So yeah, a bit of a misplay. Another alternative I had was, so I have Trap Trick. Trap Trick can go into Ice Dragon's Prison. Ice Dragon's Prison can revive one of his monsters, let's say his M-Pen, and then M-Pen can swing for game. However, because of Gozen match, again, I'm locked in the light, so I can't actually do that. So I did have OTK options. What I should have done was gotten rid of Gozen match, held Lord in hand, right? Wait on its effect, and then OTK'd him. But luckily, this did not cost me the game, but it did end up leading to an even funnier game resolution, which you'll see very soon. So yeah, so keep in mind that he has two of his big birds are gone. I don't know if he has a second M-Pen, but he definitely is getting his Apex Avion back, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and go to end phase here. So this is going to be very funny. So he's going to use this to draw 2 cards. And then he's going to use map on Eaglin. So he put Apex Avion back because he wants to summon, because in order for him to summon Apex Avion, he wants to search it off of Eaglin, right? So he puts it back in his deck. So again, he's doing all this crazy, like, unnecessary chain blocking for no reason. So okay. So now that he finally has unexplored ones on the map, he's going to use it to tribute my Gozen match. However, at this point it's too late, right? And the reason it's too late is because, like, Ryza and M-Pen are already dead. All I have to deal with is his Apex Avion. And guess what? On summon, I'm going to flip Central Tribute. And of course, he's going to chain his Avion Negate. To which I will chain Trap Trick and grab my Witch's Strike. Look at this. Alright, so Apex Avion's back in his hand. Look at his hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 cards in hand. Only Eaglin banished. But it doesn't matter, because look. I'm going to Witch's Strike him on new chain. He's going to chain Callby on my Lord of the Heavenly Prison for some reason. And I'm like, alright, I'll just chain Lord. But then he has a second Callby on my... So he's going to banish... Like, again, he's just banishing my Lord because his whole hand is about to get blown out. Like, he has no other... Literally has no other plays, right? Like, okay, fine. I won't summon Lord. I'll just summon him next turn. And then look at this. Look at this. All his big birds dead, right? Map dead. He had 2 maps. Unexplored Winds. Double Dark Ruler no more. What is this? Stree, Tokan, Eaglin, right? It's just all freaking dead. At this point, he should have scooped, but I guess he wanted to lose, like, via life points. So I'm just gonna draw, swing for game here, and yeah, that's game. Like, yo, you gotta be main decking Witch's Strike. Like, I swear, every freaking deck hits because every deck negates, right? So yeah, that was fun. Very funny. A game. Just wanted to share that with y'all. You know, but yeah, Floowandereeze, normally a good matchup for Eldlich. It only becomes hard if they bring out their unexplored winds. But once you take care of unexplored winds, really their deck is kind of a joke. Like they can't actually do much. So yeah, you don't need Tikaboo. Gozen match is plenty. So all right, let's continue. All right, game number 12. We have here. Let's see, Eldlich versus Tenyi, Halq, Synchro bullshit. So 4 turns. Let's get started with that. Trying to remember if I won the coin toss on this one or not. Well, we'll see. Opening hand, very, very good. Always happy to see. At least 4 of the cards are good, right? Eldlich is okay. You know, with the Scarlet Sanguine, it's better going second. I do go first. I'm going to Extrav. Let's see that Ash. Yep, he has the Ash because of course he does. That's okay. Set 3 pass. This is enough here to trigger a Witch's Strike, right? If he has the adventure package. And oh look, he has the adventure package. You'll never guess what happens next. He's gonna get the Draco back. Okay. Griffin Rider. Yep. On summon, Gozen match. He must negate. Chain, Trap Trick, grab, Witch's Strike. Gozen match gets negated. And I'm going to Witch's Strike him. Goodbye. Look at that. He had another Ash. So even if I tried to use Elixir, he would have Ashed it. So Eldlich here. Swing. 25. Set 1. Yeah, this game is over. He didn't scoop, but he really should have. Okay, now he did. Yeah, no one card is going to save you, buddy. Alright, so that was game 12. Game 13. Let's look at this deck here. Flu. Okay, so Floowandereeze player, main decking, back row clear. Lightning Storms, Twisters, Cosmic. Okay, that's interesting. So let's get started with that. Alright, so really good opening hand in a vacuum, right? So I'm going to go first. Extrav. Do we have an Ash? We do not have an Ash, so I'm going to set all but one Solemn Strike. So Lightning Storm. Uh-oh. So I'm going to go ahead and make an Eldlich here. So he's going to Stree and banish Elixir. And then Eaglin to summon Avian. Use this to search. There's Book of Moon. He's going to grab Book of Moon. Okay. So he does not have any more normal summons. So, I mean, I guess he could have gone Avian, but there's no point because I'm just going to run over him. Makes me really wonder why he didn't go M-Pen. He did not search M-Pen off Eaglin, so that's kind of weird. Whatever. I'm going to go grab Elixir here. And same column as this. So Skill Drain always good. So Elixir. He's going to Book of Moon this Eldlich. That's fine. I'm going to set these two. Let's go next turn. So he is going to tribute my Solemn Strike for Apex Avian. But it's okay because I have Skill Drain, right? So Apex Avian can run over Eldlich. So he's going to shuffle back and draw a card. He's going to kill Eldlich. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to grab Walquero because I do not have Conk anymore. Alright, so check this out. So I'm going to use Eldlich here. He's going to chain Call by the Grave, which sucks! Unfortunate. Sometimes they have the Call by the Grave. It do be like that sometimes. So I'm going to set another Elixir and I have Torrential Tribute. So pretty good hand. So he's going to Eaglin and a search. I'm going to immediately Torrential. He's going to chain Avian and I'm going to chain Skill Drain. So yeah, this is going to like... So I think he made a mistake here. Where you can target one. Actually, yeah, if he booked the Moon his Apex Avian, it would not. He cannot dodge Skill Drain because he would have lost the target, right, of the face-up Mist Valley. Okay, so he's gonna summon Stree. Stree's negated by Skill Drain, so ain't gonna do shit. He's gonna shuffle back M-Pen. He's gonna attack for 700, like whatever. So hopefully he does not have another Call by the Grave. I'm gonna set Duality and yeah, so the reason I sent Duality is because if he does have Call by the Grave or DD Crow, I can chain Elixir and I'm playing around Call by / DD Crow. Because I already have one Eldlich banished, I do not want a second one banished. So that's why I did that. But also Duality locks you out of special summonings, but so, whatever. Okay. He has Twin Twisters, but he has no monsters, so he's just going to blow out my back row. I'm just going to get a Walquero. And yeah, there's enough damage to win. 25 plus 18, and he just scoops, so. Yep. Flew, beat the fuck out. Game 14. This is a... Oh, this is the Shark... Yeah, this is a Shark deck. Alright, cool. So... Shark deck is basically Turbo Toad, so totally awesome. Which is good, because totally awesome can trigger Witch's Strike, as you'll see very shortly. So I do lose the dice roll, I believe. Or the coin flip, and I do go second. So Shitana into right-hand Shark, make Shark, Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark make totally awesome. And that's it. He sets one, so Turbo Toad. Alright, I'm going to X-Trav. Or no, I'm not going to X-Trav because I don't want his Toad to negate and take my X-Trav. I want to make sure he negates on his turn when Witch's Strike is live. Yeah, that's why I don't bother with X-Trav. So, draw phase. Punishment on the Toad. He negates. Because he negates, you know, this is going to go back, but I'm just going to Witch Strike. Blow out everything. Look at that. All gone. And I have a D-Barrier against a deck that XC summons. So now that I know he doesn't have Ash or negates, I'm going to X-Trav. Draw two here. So Duality is going to draw pick me one. Let's go with Skill Drain. Why not? So I have Skill Drain, Gozen, Solemn, like just a stacked board. You know, there's not much he can really do. He's going to use Right Hand Shark to revive itself. Summons the Angler. And he's going to make Stealth Krogan, which I'm going to immediately Solemn Strike. Because I don't want to deal with Stealth Krogan's Stealth Spawns. Or Krogan Spawns, whatever it's called. So, Lord. So he's going to revive right hand shark again. Summon this fish. He's going to come back here. I'm going to debarrier, call Xyz. So he can't Xyz summon, and then I summon Lord, right? Set Extrav. Yeah, this game is so over. Like, Extrav is going to draw me 2. Eldlich is going to take out this shark. Yeah, I was just going to revive, sending Gozen. 2 bodies. Game was over. There was no coming back from that. Like, I had another debarrier, I had torrential. Yeah, completely over. Shark decks are fun, but they're not good. Next. Duel number 15. Another Adventure Tenyi Synchro. Oh, no, I don't want to copy this. F no. Game 15. Eldlich versus Adventure Synchro bullshit Halq, Yang Zing, whatever. Alright, so my opening hand is not bad, but it could be better. So I'm gonna Lord Duality into Torrential, Skill Drain, Punk. So he's gonna Adventure Package, okay. Go back, okay. He's in a battle phase. I'm gonna let him swing for 2k, like whatever. So I'm gonna Skill Drain on end phase and summon Lord. And since he doesn't have, yeah, his token is not protected at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing into this. I'm gonna Punishment, take this out, and then pop the Fateful. Maybe that was a premature pop. But I know he didn't have Griffin Rider, so I figured, oh, I take out his Fateful, he can't search Griffin Rider. But little do I know, he has another Fateful Adventure. So some people run 2 on the deck, which I don't think is good, but, you know, they do be like that. So banish the thing, grab right, yep. Okay. So he's going to bounce my face down for some reason. He's going to make Almirage, okay. That's cool, I guess. And then he's going to summon, Arch Nemesis Protoss. Okay. So I'm going to use Eldlich to take out the Adventure Package. Yeah. I was going to revive, swing over Arch Nemesis. So yeah, game's over. Alright. Duel 16, game 16. Let's see what their deck is. Oh, Adventure Zoodiac? Or just Zoodiac? No, Adventure Zoodiac. Alright. For some reason I've been seeing a lot of Zoodiacs in upper diamond. Not sure why, but whatever. It's not that good. So let's get into this. Zoodiac is basically just Turbo Zeus. That's their entire existence is Turbo Zeus. Literally can't do anything else. So really good opening hand. So Extrav into Sphere mode, and okay, so I set 4, pass. Let's see what he does. Oh look, the Adventure Package. Totally did not see this coming. I'm going to Punishment immediately. He's going to Griffin, and I'm going to Witch's Strike. So yeah, this game is already over, but he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even realize it. Pop, 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 pop. Bam. No more Zoodiacs, and I still have 2 really good traps. And then I get the Walquero. Foolish Burial, the Enchantress. Banish Enchantress. I'm going to just Solemn Strike that, just so I don't have to deal with it. Swing. Link Summon. Set. And then grab Elixir. And this game is completely over. Like, he can't make Zeus because of Gozen match. All he can do is his little Zoodiac shit. So there's a Zoodiac. I'm just going to Torrential. Pop. Set Skill Drain. Get Conquistador. This game is so over. I don't know why he doesn't scoop. Look at the card adventure, buddy. I have 6 cards over your 1. Yeah, just scoop. There's nothing you can do. Yeah. Next. Oh, I remember this Jessica person. This person was so salty. I remember beating this person, and they literally just ran out the clock. That's how salty they were. So they are adventure prank kids. Okay, cool. So, yeah, the replay probably won't show it, but yeah, this person, when they realized they were lost, literally ran out the clock, wasted time and ran out the clock, right? Refused to surrender or play. So hope they got banned or will get banned in the future. But yeah, it's pretty sad, you know, if you're doing something like that. So anyway, so I open Sphere, which is always good. So he's just gonna full combo. Okay. So I don't care. Make your full combo. I have a Sphere mode. I have floodgates. I have everything. Yeah. Prank Kids combos always take so long. He went to Bow Wow for some reason. Well, I guess you gotta end on Bow Wow. But then he links Bow Wow. Anaconda! I'm like, wait, is this DPE? Like, adventure, prank DPE? Yeah, the rocket ride. Actually, not quite, as you'll see in a bit. I'm gonna make Rip Roarin' Roaster. So, this is the link for Prank Kids Launcher. Says, quick effect, tribute this card, destroy all spell traps your opponent controls. So, very good card. And would be a very problematic against my deck normally if I don't have, unless I have Lord of the Heavenly Prison or Eldlich, unless I have some answer to it, right? So then he makes Battle Butler sets too. So the best board they can possibly make. So the Anaconda is actually for Thunder Dragon Fusion. So yeah, guess what, folks? They ended on 3 monsters. And guess what's gonna happen on my main phase? Draw, main phase, tribute for Sphere mode. And then she's gonna trigger some stuff, but it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. This game is already over. Set 5 pass. Alright, so I don't shotgun Rivalry Warlords. I could, but I don't, right? What I want him to do is, he has a rock, he has a Divine Beast. I want him to normal summon 1 more type, and then I Rivalry, which will force 2 cards to go away, rather than just 1 card, right? So he recycles Fancies via Thunder Dragon Fusion. Normals, a Pyro, Lampsies, and now I flip Rivalry, and now he has to, and then he's gonna, what is this? Chain Pandemonium. So what I do is, because he wants to fuse, right? Probably wants to make Battle Butler. What I do is I chain Torrential. So that means I'm gonna clear the board, and he's only gonna be able to fuse with cards in his hand if he even has a valid target, right? So if he has 2 prank monsters in his hand, he must fuse them. So he will not get Battle Butler, right? So if he has Battle Butler right now, right? If he has 1 in hand, he has Fancies in hand. This can make Battle Butler, right? But I'm gonna say no to that, and I'm just gonna say blow out your board, and you have to fuse your hand, which means his hand is gone, right? And because he only had 2 names, he makes Washer, which is a weak ass card. So he's gonna do some stuff. Sinaqua, he's gonna bring out Dropsies, Battle Phase. I'm just gonna Elixir. All right, so this is the part where this guy is, or girl, is extremely salty. At this point, this imperm happened after like a minute of waiting around doing nothing. So they did nothing for a minute, and then they decided to imperm my Eldlich. Okay, and then they did the Gate of the Scum. Okay, and then they waited another minute. They called by the grave on my Sphere mode, and then they just ran out the clock. And then eventually they just like surrendered or were forced to surrender, whatever. But yeah, this person, extremely toxic. Yeah, see? Read right here. 1, due to time limit. This fucker knew they were not going to win the game, and they had no chance against me. And instead of just accepting it, surrendering, and moving on with your life, they decided to run out the clock. So, hope they get banned. I don't know if there's how to report these people, but I have video evidence right here. So, anyway. Duel number 18, I believe. Let's see this deck. We have a Virtual World with Fairy Tale Snow in the Adventure Package. Ooh, 2 Skill Drain. That's surprising. 2 Skill Drain in a Virtual World. That is very surprising. I mean, a lot of virtual effects are in the hand, but still, like, okay, that's very interesting. Alright, let's see what they do here. Alright, so they do go first. They're going to set up their board. The usual stuff you expect. Adventure, right? Draco. Okay. Oh, a bunch of stuff. Yep. Ugh. Qualoon. Beatrice. Beatrice? Why are they making Beatrice? For Artifact Scythe! Ha! Oh man, I love seeing people committing to a Beatrice play. Beatrice in the Scythe play. By the way, Virtual World revives Scythe using Baronne de Fleur. So you're going to see a Baronne here very, very soon. So yeah, literally went into Beatrice to get Scythe. Synchros away the Griffin Rider, so loses their ability to negate. So Baronne de Fleur, right? Sets a thing on my standby phase. So it's going to mill Snow. He's going to use Baronne to tag itself out for Scythe against a back row deck that doesn't use the extra deck. This is so funny, right? Oh my god, this is hilarious. They literally gave up 2 Omni Negates to make this play, and I'm literally just gonna be like, okay. Oh man, this is so funny. All right, so first I'm gonna go ahead and draw face punishment this. Take this out, and I'm gonna pop Chuche because fuck Chuche. I hate this card. Okay, then time to swing. Okay, I have a Conquistador. That's fine. So he's gonna make. All right, this is a Zeus play, right? So usually, after Beatrice or a rank 7 or a rank 6 monster, they swing. They want to make a Zeus, but the Beatrice had no materials, right? So they want to make at least a 2 material Zeus. So they have to go to this Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. However, this monster is a wind. Beatrice was a light. The Artifact Cycle is a light, and Zeus is a light, right? So as soon as this card came out, I knew they were going to make Zeus. I flipped Gozen match. Now, alright, so if you keep your light, you don't get to make Zeus, or keep your Xyz monster, and you're locked out of wind monsters. If you keep your wind, you can't make Zeus. So he chose to not make Zeus. He was going to go into... But it doesn't matter. The game is completely over. Like, I still have the skill drain they're not even aware of. I still have Ice Dragons. Yeah, this game is ogre. Alright, so we have 3 duels left. Duel number 19. Let's see. This is a... Oh, Inspector Border back row deck. This motherfucker playing Unending Nightmare. Why are people playing this card? It's not a good card. But yet people insist on playing it. Eldlich is playing it. Like, why are people playing this? Is it because of Altergeist? Like, other than a Fateful Adventure, what else does it take out? Altergeist is the only thing I can think of. And like, there's not that many Altergeist players to justify playing this garbage card. Alright. So, yeah, this duel, like, I've played a lot of these cheese back row decks before. Eldlich is the best control deck. Stop playing these Inspector Border, Dino, whatever decks. Like, just play Eldlich if you want to play control. I'm going to set 4. I hold my Conch, just in case, because I have Trap Trick, and in case they have Lightning Storm. So, or whatever. So, end phase. He's going to Shifter. Okay. Fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and battle. 25. So I still have Conch in hand. I didn't even need Elixir. So, again, he flips Unending Nightmare. Why are people playing this card? It's not good. If you're watching this and you play this card, stop playing this card. It's not good. The best case scenario is it stops the Fateful Adventure and it can pop like an Eldlich, like Conquistador. Like it can chain to Conquistador and pop Conquistador. But that's it. But if I know you have it, I'm not going to use Conquistador, right? I'm just going to use my other cards. Alright, so check this out. So he uses Card Demise, which means he has to discard his whole hand at the end of his turn, right? So check this out. So he's going to Duality into Trap Trick. Okay. He summons this Fossil Dyna, whatever. Fine. He's going to use this. I'm going to flip Skill Drain. So that means Special Summoning is not off the table, right? If he tries to chain this card to pop skill drain, guess what? I have Conk. I chain Conk and pop it. So again, this card is not good. Stop playing this card. So I'm going to trap trick here. He's going to chain this and try to pop my skill drain. And I'm going to chain Conk and pop this card, right? So he's going to chain punishment to pop Eldlich. So Conk will not happen. Skill drain will be negated. But I'll just get Dogmatic punishment anyway. So again, this whole point is to protect this guy from being destroyed, but none of this is helping him do that, right? So he's going to Entis, pop my Gozen. Gozen doesn't matter against his deck, right? I'm going to punishment, pop his Dino, which will kill his spell, and Entis will pop another card. I'm going to take an Unending Nightmare, right? But he's going to use, folks, this is like the, first of all, Compulsory Evacuation Device is not a good card. It's a 1-for-1. You target a card, you bounce it back. You're trading one card for one card. There are better cards than this. Storming Mirror Force is better. Get Out is better. So yeah, this motherfucker is running Evacuation Device. Guess who he's going to target? He's going to target his own fucking dinosaur to send it back into his hand, right? Because I'm targeting it, right? He doesn't want it to get destroyed, and he doesn't want me to, and he wants punishment to fizzle, so that Entis will not pop a card. However, he's bouncing back to his hand. The equip spell will get destroyed, and guess what, folks? Guess what? So he's going to put Moon Mirror Shield on top of his deck. Guess what? Because of Card of Demise, he had to discard his entire hand. Ah! Bro, so he has no monster. He's going to top deck a fucking equip spell. And what? Like, this Unending Nightmare is dog shit. Does nothing. And he has whatever this card is, right? This game is so over. So I'm going to summon Eldlich at 35. I'm going to battle. He's going to trap trick into another Compulsory Evacuation Device. Wow. So he's going to bounce my Eldlich back to my hand. Oh no. Main phase 2? Dude, I swear, like, these decks and people who play them are not good. They're just not, they're not good, and they're not good decks, not smart players. You saw this, right? You saw what just happened. So now I have a 2-card advantage over him with a recurring, like, Eldlich engine. And he's going to top deck his equip spell. That's his equip spell. It does nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Eldlich. And then I'm going to conk into another one of these, right? And he's just going to scoop. So, yeah, game completely ogre. This guy's a moron. Yeah, don't play these decks. They suck. Alright, duel number 20. Let's see what we have here. Flu. Alright, Floowandereeze. With a main deck Harpie, SCYTHE Duster. Okay. Oh, he has some cross-out stuff. Okay. That's okay. Random assortment of extra deck. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I also gonna beat this Flu. Did I read that right? Did this say 11 turns? Oh, I think I know why. I think I remember how this ended. This is really funny. You're gonna enjoy this. Alright, let's see what we have. So, pretty good opening hand. So, I'm going to duality into, let's see, D-Barrier, because I don't know what I'm playing against. D-Barrier, unfortunately, does nothing against Flu. I'm going to set 4 here, okay? So, he's going to Eaglin. I'm going to Solemn Strike that. Always Solemn Strike the Eaglin. Always stop the Eaglin. And also, if I don't Solemn Strike now, I might lose the chance to, because he's going to have chain blocks available in the future. So, Solemn Strike the Eaglin. Show me the map. He doesn't have the map. Okay, but I don't have an Eldlich card, so. Another Solemn Strike. So, he has duality. He's going to go into map. Activate map. Map is going to reveal Sri. I have nothing in my graveyard. Doesn't matter. Sri is going to banish Solemn Strike. Eaglin is going to come back here. Okay. Robina, that's fine. M-Pen, okay. So far, so good. He summons Apex Avion! He summons Apex Avion! Oh my god. He's gonna negate with Apex Avion. And then I'm gonna Wizard Strike him, baby! Yay! Oh man, so satisfying. Unfortunately, I don't have any monsters. But, yeah, he doesn't have anything either. Look at this. 2 boss monsters in the graveyard. Token in the graveyard. Yeah, this game is ogre. Like we're just running out the clock until I'm able to summon a monster. He's gonna Gold Sark in a Harpie's Feather Dust. What? Gold Sark in a Harpie's, bruh. All right. Whatever. I'm gonna extract here. Oh, now that I've drawn Lord and Elixir, there's no way he's ever gonna see that Harpie's Feather Duster. I'm ending the game this turn. Yep, doesn't matter. Watch this. End phase. D-Barrier. Just call anything. Call Xyz, right? Summon Lord. Lord, grab. Trap Trick. Summon Eldlich. Yeah, this is game. I have OTK, right? So let's make the Gustav Max. Burn for 2k, baby. And then make the Juggernaut Lieb. Become 6,000 attack. G fucking G. Yeah, the only reason like it didn't end sooner, even though I Witch's Strike, is because like I just didn't have any monsters, right? If I had a monster to summon, like he probably would have scooped sooner. But alas, that's why it was 11 turns. Even though like yeah. All right, 2 turns. Final duel. We have a Zoodiac Venture. Yeah, whatever. Another Zoodiac. Again, I keep seeing these Zoodiac decks, and I don't understand why. They're not good. Stop playing Zoodiac. Zoodiac Tri-Brigade, better. Pure Zoodiac with Adventure? Like, what the fuck are you smoking? So, pretty good opening hand. Do I go second? I forget. No, I go first. I'm going to set 3, pass. So, he's going to Foolish the Enchantress. Okay. Here comes the Enchantress. Yep. Right. Right makes the token. Okay. He's going to summon Water Enchantress. Grab the Draco back. Okay. I'm going to search the Griffin Rider. You've all seen this before. Draco back is going to attach. Okay. Just waiting on the Griffin Rider. He normal summons a Zoodiac and makes Trident. I'm not sure why. I think because I think he went Trident first because he wanted to preemptively set up a answer for Floodgate. So Trident has a quick effect pop that pops face-up cards. Now he's going to use the Griffin Rider, right? So he summons Griffin Rider. I'm going to Punishment, targeting the token. He's going to negate with Griffin. I'm going to chain Trap Trick, baby. Let's go. Witch's Strike. Here we come. And now a new chain. Pop, 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 pop. Dude, this Witch's Strike blew up his deck too. Not just his hand and his graveyard. Blew up his fucking deck. Alright, so anyway. So yeah, I'm Diamond 1 now. Hope y'all enjoyed the adventures of Eldlich climbing from Diamond 5 to Diamond 1. All this happened before the new branded cards came out. I will be playing, you know, even though I'm already Diamond 1, I can't demote. So I will be playing ranked, just so that I can come up with a new deck build for the branded matchup. But my guess is that Witch's Strike is coming out of the main deck. Only because if everyone suddenly starts playing branded Despia, which does not have a negate, then Witch's Strike is going to be kind of silly. Unless they play Adventure branded. We'll see. I'm going to play test. There will be a new post-branded Master Duel Eldlich deck profile, but not yet. But yeah, keep in mind, yeah, just stay tuned for that. It will come out. I will show you what to build now that the branded stuff is out. Will I be playing branded Eldlich? No, I will not be playing branded Eldlich because branded Eldlich is strictly worse than regular Eldlich. So, anyway. Hope y'all enjoyed those Adventures of series. I got you a full 21 games in this video, so hopefully that should keep you sated. That should give you enough content. If you're not sure how to play out these games, play out these hands, play out these matchups, that you should hopefully learn from this. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you learned something, and see you in the next video. Peace.